first of all, we'd like to thank McKenna Romrell for singing O Canada for us. We appreciate her willingness to be in front of everyone and do that for us, so thank you, McKenna. And would like to welcome you to our Remembrance Day ceremony. Our ceremony looks a little different this year than it has in the past. This year we're actually going entirely virtual for our assembly, but we definitely want to thank the students for joining us today and to learn about Remembrance Day. The students and the staff are watching us right now, but this will be recorded and be made live for the parents and the community, and especially for veterans as well afterwards. So Remembrance Day ceremonies have actually been around for about 90 years now, and so we're excited that even though that this assembly looks different this year, that we still get to do something to be able to participate in the act of remembrance of what was done for us. So this morning, our students were able to listen to Eva Olsen, who is a Holocaust survivor. Most of them will have seen her already by now. Some will actually watch her this afternoon. And that link will be made available for everyone as well to watch if you'd like to see what she had to say and the message that she delivered to our students about remembering and the experiences that she had. So this year for Remembrance Day, our theme is actually service, courage, and sacrifice. It's a theme that comes from Veterans Canada. The service part is so that we can remember all the service that the veterans provided for us and what it did for us. The courage that it took them to be able to do those acts, to be able to help us, be able to have what we have now, and the sacrifice that they gave and the things that they gave up for us. So with that, I'm going to stop talking for a moment, and we actually have some students. We asked them some questions throughout the day, and we've recorded their answers to help us understand the importance of the theme of service, courage, and sacrifice.
What does courage mean?
It means that you're confident and willing to do things that not very many people would.
Strong and you can fight back. To go somewhere where it's really, you don't know and you think you're lost.
Means brave and courageous.
Courage means brave.
Means that you have faith in yourself and you can try your best.
It's important to remember all the people who died so we can be safe.
Because they saved our lives.
They fight it for us so that we could be free. If we didn't, then we wouldn't be good people. The veterans sacrificed for us.
Remember who they fighted.
So they were fighting for us so we can have a better life.
Because they served in the war and they sacrificed their life to help our country and to make sure we had freedom.
Remember the people who went to the war.
Because they helped free us.
It's important to remember the veterans because they knew the risk they were taking and they took it anyway so that we could have peace in our world today.
It's important to remember our veterans because they served in the war for us.
They gave us a free country and that means a lot to the world today.
Because they fought in war and they helped us a lot so we can be free and so we can have freedom and we can do what we want unless our parents say we can't.
Well, we appreciate those students being willing to talk to us on the camera and be able to help us understand that theme of service, courage, and sacrifice. We are now going to have two students read In Flanders Field to us. So thanks to Osti Salmon and to Quincy Ralph for being willing to do this.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly. scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields.
Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high, if ye break faith with us who die. We shall not sleep though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
So every year we have a Remembrance Day assembly, and we want to make sure that this assembly is meaningful for all those that are involved. And so while this is the part that everyone in the public gets to see of the assembly, we actually do a few things to help prepare our students to understand what this assembly means. So we're going to show you some pictures of some of the things that we did throughout the week in order to help students make and connect a meaning to what Remembrance Day means, and the acts of service, courage, and sacrifice from our veterans. So the next part of our service is the last post, the moment of silence, and the reveille. And to just give you a bit of history about the meaning of these, the last post was always played at the end of a day in the military. And it was actually to signify that the day was over. And it has actually been used in the past also during soldiers' funerals. And so it signifies sometimes the end of a soldier's life. And so that's the first part that you'll hear in this, is the music of the last post. And it just helps us remember the sacrifice of the soldiers. And then we'll go into the moment of silence. And then after the 2 minutes of silence, we will hear the reveille. And the history of the reveille is it was the bugle call that happened at the beginning of a day to signify that soldiers were to get up and to start their duties for that day as well. And so that's the call that awakes them and moves things forward. So with that, we'll now have that music in the moment of silence. So we want to thank everyone for participating in our Remembrance Day Assembly today and for helping to remember the acts of service, courage, and sacrifice that were done for us by our veterans. This is the end of the assembly, and we appreciate your time and hope that you can enjoy a Remembrance Day tomorrow.